Good evening. A little injury update. Got a little more information than we usually have on Sundays. Andre couldn't finish the game. Right now he's on crutches in a boot. I'm not optimistic. I'm pessimistic about him for Thursday night. We're hoping to get him into a situation where we could use him in an emergency. If he's healthy enough to do that, I don't know that he will be. Everybody else who played in the game was back out tonight, moving around, so we're very pleased about that. I would be pessimistic about Kyle Federico at this point. It looks like Borghese will be our kicker through this game, and then we'll reevaluate before the bowl game. We should have a little bit of a break before that happens. And it was a good workout out here tonight. I think the guys came out very focused. We got a chance to install our first and second down game plan for this upcoming week and make some corrections from yesterday. And it was good to be back out on the field.
So Taj at right guard?
He is, yeah. Taj was at right guard tonight and moved around okay. I mean, not 100%, but I think by Thursday he's got a chance to be.
Because he didn't finish the game either, right?
He did not finish the game. So I was pleased that he could come out and at least move around a little bit and do some stuff. I wouldn't say that we were 100% full speed as a team tonight, but I think he did enough tonight that I feel confident that he'll start the game for us.
What's your biggest concern with Louisville?
Well, they've got very talented players all across the board. I mean, they're very well coached. Yeah, I think their record speaks to that, and they've got a dynamic quarterback. And I think anytime you have a dynamic quarterback, he's got a chance to take over the game. And I think Teddy Bridgewater has been one of the better players in this conference for a long time now, and he's somebody that you better have a good plan against, because if you don't, he exposes you very quickly.
If he plays, you expect him to be 100%. I mean, left wrist, I guess it's broken, and an ankle. But
I expect him to play. I mean, he finished that game and against UConn on Saturday, so I'd be shocked if he didn't play. I don't know that anybody on the field's 100% at this point. So I think quarterbacks included, all around the country. So I think at this time of year, you hope to be as healthy as you need to be. And again, I think if he plays in the game, he'll be a factor in the game for sure.
Does that impact your game plan with him, knowing he might have a limited mobility and then an issue with his left wrist?
I mean, it may alter some of the play calling, but I don't think it is until you get into the game and really see what you think he's capable of, because he does do a good job with his feet, and they do run him quite a bit when he's healthy. Now, if you get into the game and they're not running him, it certainly could alter the play calling on defense a little bit, but I don't think you ever know that until you get into the game. I think you have to account for what you see on film.
What Cowboy just kind of taking the temperature of the team? What you said, the practice was focused. You think everybody's
absolutely. I see an extremely focused team that's excited to play another Big East championship football game. In a conference with no championship game, this is probably as close as you get. So we're very excited. We've made the corrections from yesterday, and again, as I've said before, new team, new matchups, new schemes, new game plans. So we got to go forward and do everything we can to be 1-0 this week.
How do you personally deal with the highs and lows? Cincinnati, season high rushing, 230 yards. Pittsburgh, season low rushing, 50 yards. How do you deal with that as a coach?
You get excited, you get disappointed throughout the season, but you can't allow yourself to go up and down on Sunday. When the game is over and you've watched the game, you got to make the corrections and move on. You got to take your own advice. We do that for the players as coaches. If we dwell on it, I've seen it happen. I've heard from guys who've been coaching longer than me. You can't allow one loss to beat you the next week. Where that one loss, because you spend so much time dwelling on it, it affects how you play the following week. Every week is so unique to me that as soon as we get done with the meetings, we get out here to the field on Sundays, we're going. And that's even more the case this week because we play Thursday. Usually Sunday is a little bit of a corrections day, a shakeout day. You get ahead a little bit in game planning. But for us this week, Sunday's really Tuesday. So right. We needed to move on and get going in a hurry.
Did you even acknowledge with the team that you had earned a share of the
Absolutely.
Schools? Oh, you did?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Because of the way it happened, that's why I was asking.
Sure. I think, it's really two separate things. And I explained this to the team. We are extremely disappointed in the way we played yesterday. We were 0-1 yesterday, and we're not happy about it, and we've made the corrections and we've moved on. But when you win a share of the Big East title, you're winning that share of the Big East title for a body of work over the course of a season. And we are the only team in this conference that's 5-1 right now, and that has earned us a share of the conference title for the first time in the history of this university. We're extremely proud of it. Now this week, we want to see if we can accomplish another goal.
When you looked at the offensive line from yesterday, was it more something that they did schematically, or did guys not execute?
It wasn't anything they did schematically different from what they had done on film. I think it was a lack of execution on our part, which I'm disappointed in, and also some really high-level play by a very good player in 97. And when that happens, if you're not able to compensate for it with the passing game, which we weren't able to do that either yesterday, you don't get enough plays. There's just not enough plays. And then all of a sudden you find yourself in the second half and you got to throw the ball a little bit more because you're down multiple scores. And the whole feel of the game, the whole personality of the game changes. And that happened for us yesterday, and it went the wrong way. And it's really, there's nothing we could do from that other than learn from it and move forward.
Got time for two more?
Rutgers doing coming in cold 2 games in a row and playing key spots?
He plays with great effort. He plays with great effort, and we're fortunate to have a fifth-year senior who has some experience to go in there, and the moment's not going to be too big for him, and he's given us everything he has.
See, again, first off the bench, I guess, especially with civil hurt.
I don't know if I'm ready to say that yet. I think we got to get through maybe tomorrow and the next day and set the depth a little bit. I think in this situation we're in right now, it's a short week. It's the last game of the regular season, so we got to try and put everybody on the entire team, including the offensive line, in the best position where they can help us this week and not look any further than that.
Kyle, what's your approach towards senior day, considering the magnitude of the game? I mean, do you want to get them honored before the game?
I think you have to. I think the seniors have earned that over the course of their 4- and 5-year careers. We will acknowledge them before the game, and I'm going to try and do something where I have the parents out there on the field where they'll be able to run out, take a quick picture with their parents, and then we'll get on with the business of the game. It won't be something that's a distraction, but I think it's an important thing to do when people invest this much of their lives, the players and the families, into your program.